What's up, guys? This is Archangel7 back for another war video. This is Season 40, War 6, LVT versus PBT. I've got a very brief war for you today. It's only 3 fights. I was originally only assigned 2 in Section 1, and then I was going to be back up for Section 2. So going into the first fights, I have Archangel, White Magneto, and Red Hulk for Node 17. Moleman. I'm going to use Archangel here. I was not assigned a WAGs pre-fight. They needed those elsewhere. So the main thing to worry about here is just Moleman shrugs. Archangel does reduce his chance to do so, but the last thing you want is to think that you got a parry off, but it didn't land. So just kind of taking a second after a parry, just making sure that the parry sticks before doing anything else. I'm just kind of holding block here, getting some poisons. That way I can make sure that some neuros land. I'm comfortable baiting both Moleman's Special 1 and Special 2, and I'm never going to be hitting into his block, so not too worried about the flourishes just in general. So bait out the SB2. I think it's just a little bit more, and he is done. Nice and easy. If I would have had the White Magneto, it would have just been trivial. So here is the second fight that I was assigned. Red Hulk versus Dr. Doom on Node 21. This fight looks worse than it is. I was just playing very cautiously. The only thing that I did not want to happen was for Dr. Doom to either throw an SB3 or throw an unblockable SB2. I am pretty good at dexing his SB2, but it does so much damage that I did not want to be in a position where it was an unblockable one and I had to be perfect. So more than happy just to take these in the block. Because of the node, I'm going to have all the heat charges I need. And for the most part, I'm going to be pushing him to SB2 and then just taking it into block. If I was to eat a single hit, the incinerates aren't going to kill me. Red Hulk will purify those. But I really just did not want to run into a situation where I let him throw an SB1, he gets aura, and then throws an unblockable SB2. That was the main thing I'm avoiding here. So anytime that he does throw an SB1, which I think will happen next after this SB2. See, I've taken 3 SB2s in the block here. I'm at 50% health just because of his block penetration is so high. But I'm not worried. There's that SB1 I was talking about. So he's got aura now. So I'm going to back off and just let the aura tick down. I'm not going to let him throw an unblockable SB2 at me. So parry gets some more hits in. There's the SB2 into my block. So that's 4 SB2s into block now, and I'm at about 30% health, which is scary. And because of the node, he does get 50% of his power back. So every time he throws an SB2, he's got an SB1 back. Unfortunate there. I thought I should have dexed that, but that's what you use the indestructible boost for. And there we go, he's dead. And as I said, I was back up in Section 2. I ended up being called into duty right away for Node 24 Quicksilver. I am going to be using Archangel as well as a WAGs pre-fight. I'm very comfortable using Archangel against Quicksilver. Really, the only thing I'm worried about here is the node. I do not want to dex. I do not want a buff that will make him unblockable, in which case the fight would just be out of my control. So what I'm going to be doing is just parrying and heavying for the most part. But you'll see right at the start, I'm going to parry, I'm going to throw a medium, and I'm going to immediately block again. And that gets another parry. Now I can go right in. And here I get some amazing RNG. I've got 3 neuros up after just the second heavy. There is a good reminder to turn Do Not Disturb on. I did have it on for my first fights, but I got called up for backup, and then I was just kind of in the headspace of preparing for the fight and made a minor mistake there. Forgot to turn Do Not Disturb off. But as you see, very, very easy. Archangel can melt anybody who can bleed and poison. Happy to be able to contribute a little bit in Section 2, but nice and brief war for me there. 3 fights up, 3 fights down. Shout out to PBT. You guys played an outstanding war, and we're on to the next one. Take care.